The Lord be with you. A reading of the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. When the Magi had departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream and said, "Rise, take the child and his mother and flee to Egypt, and stay there until I tell you. Herod is going to search for the child to destroy him." Joseph rose and took the child and his mother by night and departed for Egypt. He stayed there until the death of Herod, that what the Lord had said through the prophet might be fulfilled. "Out of Egypt I called my son." When Herod realized that he had been deceived by the Magi, he became furious. He ordered the massacre of all the boys in Bethlehem and its vicinity, 2 years old and under, in accordance with the time he had ascertained from the Magi. Then was fulfilled what had been said through Jeremiah the prophet. A voice was heard in Ramah, sobbing and loud lamentation, Rachel weeping for her children, and she would not be consoled since they were no more. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
This feast of the Holy Innocents keep us focused on the reality of the different generations and the reality that the Church is a great teacher but has no students. The reality of the Pharaoh killing the children of the Israelites because they were becoming more numerous, and then the last plague was the death of the firstborn of men and animals, except the Israelites, because they had put the blood of the lamb on the doorposts. And we see the constant reality also in this moment of Jesus' birth. And yet we see in the Church saints. There is Pancratius, who was bringing communion, Tarcisius, and then we have Jacinta and Francisco, the two children who saw Our Lady and Fatima. And there were questions, should they be beatified? And Pope John Paul said, if the Holy Innocents and other children are proclaimed saints for martyrdom, we can also proclaim saints for their goodness and faithfulness. And we realized, especially a few years before the apparitions of Fatima, Pope Pius X, who reestablished that tradition of giving First Communion early age of children, and also the baptism of children in the Catholic Church, is a tradition that we see how important, and the children in people's lives are the ones who awaken in their simplicity and honesty the conscience of others. I remember a friend telling me now for Christmas, everybody was around the table ready to eat, and a child of 4 years old was her granddaughter and said, "Oh, we need to pray." And everybody kind of stopped. And the father of the child said, you start. And so she would say, "Thank you, Jesus, for the food. Thank you for the family." And then she got kind of stuck. And so the others continued. But in her simplicity, she reminded the family of giving thanks to God. And so the celebration of today is the reality that we experience. Ukrainian children brought to Russia, children killed in Gaza, and abortions, so many realities where life is without value in many ways. And so it's a reminder to us of the great gift of life, the great gift of family, the great gift of faith. We ask then the Lord to always have the great love and respect for children, and that there be that love in the families so that it overflows into society, into the church. Because from the way we train the children, that's the way the future will be. And that is what it's always tried to done in many dictatorships, or what they want is the education of the children and teenagers. And so also for us, in the giving and transmitting of the faith, we have a gift and a responsibility. We ask the Lord that this gift and responsibility be carried out wholeheartedly.